For Pierre.
So we're in our homes. Normally we'd be in a space together, but we're in our homes, you know, due to the COVID-19 crisis. And we just want to say we send love and support and prayers out to everyone during this time of COVID. But at this time, and everyone's just please be safe and be careful because it's starting to hit very close to home, even for our family. But at this time, as we do all African celebrations or celebrations of African culture, we start with libation. And libation is a pouring of the drink for our ancestors. And there are 3 drinks that we pour. And after I pour each drink, I will say ashe. And ashe means to bring something into existence, to cause something to be. And so on this day, I cannot pour a libation for Pierre. I will pour an angel drink for him. I cannot pour a libation for him because it's for the ancestors. And in our beliefs, we believe that ancestors are those who live to be a ripe old age and who have left something behind for the generations to come. I will pour for Father. But the first drink that we pour is to the Most High, true and living God, who is known by many names. The one who has blessed us with the breath of life, the one who created us, who has created all things, the one who, if it was not for his presence in our lives, where would we be? And we thank him and we pour for his love and mercy and kindness and strength and endurance, and also for the feminine presence of God. So we would pour and say, Ashe.
Libation.
Here. I'm sorry, we brought this for our first event, this plant here. So I'm sorry, I'm going to pour this plant. We brought this for the first event, the community event that we had for Pierre. And so the second drink that we pour is for the unborn child. I'm sorry. The second drink that we pour is for those ancestors we don't know, but we know they are ancient and we are standing on their shoulders. And we know that their blood runs through our veins and we are manifestations of their DNA. And they are so ancient that we do not know their names, but there are names of those who we do know. Those who are in community, like Malcolm X, Ida B. Wells, Queen Hatshepsut, W.E.B. Du Bois, Justus Howell, the father of Chicago, Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth, all of those who we know, and as well as those who are in our own lines and lineages. So the entire Evans clan, Walter Evans, Lucille Evans, Sarah Love, Willie Evans, John T. Lindsay Sr., Florice Daggett, Yvonne Schaefer, Rosie Farr, Amanda Barr, all of my aunts and great aunts and uncles, and to all of Pierre's ancestral line and lineage, whose names I do not know, on his paternal side and his mother's side, because I'm on her dad's side. So to all of those ancestors, we pour and say, Ashe.
Libation.
Libation. And the last drink is for the unborn child, that child who is yet to be born, or that child who is yet to return. All the work that we do it in the hopes that we're preparing a better place for them to come into, a better world for them to come into, a world where there is equality, a world where there is social justice, where there is racial equity, a world where they will get a fair education, they will be able to live where they want to live, they will be able to do whatever it is that their spirit calls them to do. They will be free and able to do it without judgment, without persecution, without fear of death, without starving, without living under something like COVID. So we can do all the work we do and hope to prepare a better place for those who have come, and for them to pour and say,
Okay, excellent. And so if we could all stand, and I guess we have to adjust our cameras accordingly. And as we raise our right fist, please repeat after me. Here's to this flag of mine.
Here's to this flag of mine.
The red, black, and green.
The red, black,
and green.
Hopes in this future bright.
Hopes in this future bright.
Africa has seen.
Africa has seen.
Here's to the red of it.
Here's to the red of it.
Great nations shall know of it.
Great nations shall know of it.
In time to come, red blood shall flow of it.
In time to come, red blood shall flow of it.
Great flag of mine.
Great flag of mine.
Here's to the black of it.
Here's to the black of it.
400 millions back of it.
400 million back of it.
Whose destiny depends on it.
Whose
destiny depends on it.
The red, black, and green of it.
The
red, black, and green of it.
Oh, flag of mine.
Oh, flag of mine.
Here's to the green of it.
Here's the green of it.
Young men and women shall dream of it.
Young men and women shall dream of it.
Face shot and shells of it.
Face shot and shells of it.
Maidens shall sing of it.
Maidens shall
sing of it.
Waving so high.
Waving so high.
Here's to the whole of it.
Here's to the whole of it.
Colors brought in pole of it.
Colors brought in pole of it.
Pleased is my soul with it.
Pleased is my soul
of it.
Thanks to God for giving it.
Thanks to God for giving it.
Great flag of mine.
Great flag of mine.
Sending some positive energy to everyone on this call, to everyone in the world. These are very interesting times to be alive. Some of us have been waiting for these days, just in the sense of prophecy and just what we've been told. But as for this moment, I'm grateful to be able to have this virtual community, and we're just putting Pierre in our hearts and thoughts. So this song that I'm going to do is called How Well Do You Know Your Soul? Ooh, 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 ooh. How well do you know your soul when you're walking in a windstorm? Who is in control? Hard times, they really shape and mold, take their toll. Just wake, don't break. Earthquakes inside shakes all the good sense from your mind, force you to perpetrate the worst crime, terrorize love to fade into lies. Tears fall like respect in our eyes. You used to have so much, you use it as a crutch. Supporting your decisions so long, don't know your right from your wrong. Road decays until the path is all gone. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. How well do you know your soul? Tell me, tell me, tell me. How well do you know your soul? Tell me, tell me. I have stood on the side of the rulers and the ruled and watched them foolish pride have them school or be schooled because they didn't realize they were all molecules and atoms waiting to happen. See, I appointed the rivers and bays their places. I cleared the air to let the stars show their faces. And I raised mountains from earth and debris. It was me, the pure essence of energy. So how well do you know your soul? Tell me, tell me, how well do you know your soul? Tell me, tell me, tell me, how well do you know your soul when you're walking in a windstorm? Who is in control? Hard times, they really shape and mold, take their toll. Just wake, don't break.
Peace and blessings is Tree from Good Kids, Mad City. Rest in heaven and rest in power to Pierre Loury. We will continue to fight for justice, and we will continue to fight for power to the people. This piece is called Body. Are we all really one, experiencing life separate? I don't see a difference between the wolf or the shepherd. They both trying to eat the sheep. I'm just trying to keep some peace and keep a piece of land in my hand. It's all about the property. Monopoly's the reason we in poverty with robberies. When everybody probably gotta be an angel with an angle in this isosceles. Reality is filled with this duality of battle. The sleep are just like cattle, weeping at the mantle, secrets in the channel, eating animals, thinking we decent mammals people handle. All they differences with viciousness, and when you look around, all you see is this maliciousness. It's hit or miss when them triggers flick. Bullets can't sense the innocent. I'm here to end this. Before I finish it, just tell, in 2012 when them waters fell, I set sail on my penmanship. I've been equipped with the right plan. With my right hand, I am writing, lightning striking. Forces out of your sight, man. My body is just my soul's height, man. Hit the road, get the cold's ice scan. When the one that rolls sets, I glance. It's the sun that got me out my trance. It's the sun that's coming out my hands. This is melanin typing. Tried to call itself a shepherd. I could tell it's alike and prepare cause I'm hiding. We slaves. And it sells the devices. We stay cause this hell is enticing. It's hella excitement. In the days and the maze, you must prepare for a tyrant. Home's been invaded. The opponent is hatred. This is just a moment in the matrix. I know it and I'm anxious. I'm young and feeling anxious. I can't miss, I can't wish on the past. Gifts only last in the present. Trying to live where they blast every second. Cops won't let us breathe and we gasping for reckless. Check. They just want us body. Police just want us up out our bodies. We gotta be more than another body under a seat and just another homie. Peace and love to the families. Peace and love to everybody watching. Everybody stay safe through these times.
I'm with Black Lives Matter Chicago. And so we have been for a while working with Justice for Families, the part of Black Lives Matter Chicago that supports families primarily that have lost a family member to police terrorism. But some of them have just, that have also lost a family member to like intercommunal violence. And so that's how we met Arewa and Tam and the West Side from Louisiana crew. It has been a really great pleasure. Wanting to kind of get to understanding who Pierre was a little bit. This, you know, amazing spirit, this brilliant young person. It's also been a pleasure to get to know this family, to be a support system, particularly to crack jokes with Arewa. We were just talking about this book she's gonna have coming out, How I Got Through Besides Gin and Jesus. It'll be out 2021, right? Something like that. All right, y'all just, you know, look out, stay posted. It's also a joy to see how, you know, Black folks really sticking together and holding each other down and celebrating each other. It is also really great to see Justice Mom. I hope you're doing well. Also, Baba Nubian, who I also do Black Survival Network with. And so if y'all don't learn nothing else from these COVID times, this is the drill. So this will, you know, we're gonna keep having, unfortunately, some experiences like this, So when we are allowed outside, then y'all need to hit me up or hit up Baba Nubian and learn about the Black Survival Network and how you can learn how to be more prepared. So that's all I have to say. Just glad to be in y'all's beautiful company. See your lovely faces come through, red lips. Yeah. That's
all right, well, this one's called Pay Up. And this is kind of a message for the people, for like the village, basically, because we do have an obligation. All right, so. Yeah, you say you don't owe me shit. But you do. You're the reason why I don't know shit. You had an obligation as our mentor, our guide, but we didn't get that hint because you was too busy listening to lies and not investigating shit. But realize this, the youth are the future, but with no guidance, we're blinded by your bliss. And what's the results of this? Close fists upon one another, we rise against each other and not the person. And now you can't stand it? Well, fall down, sit. Hell, ain't you used to it? See, start talking because you've been muting shit. And I'm about to blow the roof off of this bitch. I'm ready to scream to the top of my lungs. I ain't taking no more of this bullshit. No more being silent while more and more of us dying, cops lynching and lying, selling narratives and we buying. No accountability being held to these pigs in their injustice in this nation. Meanwhile, Black and brown populations are doomed by mass incarceration. Yeah, that new Jim Crow trap. I'm pissed that you couldn't even teach me that. Laws against all Blacks? Now that's the direct targets on our backs. And that I had to learn on my own while I watched today's lynchings turn into bullets being flown like paper airplanes by racists like it's a fucking game, pointing the finger but never the blame. Witnessing our people go down in flame, engulfed in hatred. What a damn shame. Teaching me to mind my own business and how not to do a damn thing. You should be ashamed. Hell, I am. Ashamed by your deficient intent on teaching me how powerful knowledge and unity truly is, and how ignorance will ultimately be our demise, how divided we fall, but together we rise. See, in these times that we facing, there's literally no time for patience. We have to research, learn, and teach, and we can't afford to be meek nor weak. Nah, it took me too long to figure out not walking in purpose or have you wiped off the fucking surface. And I need to see 2020 clarity, seeing clearly that we must stand in solidarity. Help me see what power in numbers can truly conquer, how unity is power in our communities, and how together we can devour white supremacy. How much better will we be if we just believed in we? Didn't you want more in life? Didn't you want more from me? Reach one, teach one. Isn't that the key? It's time we take back our true divine dynasty. Black power. Pay up. Stay up.
I just wanted to, as always, uplift Arewa and her beautiful family. I'll never forget the day that we first met. Unfortunately, it was under a very traumatic situation. But what I love about them is they quickly turned their pain into power. They took the streets. They let it be known that they weren't just going to idly sit by while a system that has constantly harmed our people go without any consequences. And they let it be known that they were going to be in a fight no matter how long it would take. And I love and respect them for that. Being an organizer, being somebody who advocates for folks, we always we draw our strength off of the people who are most impacted by harm. We understand that it's a fight or flight situation. Like, you either get into the ground, you get into the dirt, or you're just gonna feel empty inside. And anytime that I'm feeling down, anytime I feel like I don't have any fight left in me, I always look to them for inspiration. They lend me strength, and they make any movement possible. So I just want to always show love to her, to Pierre's mom, Tam, Tam is quiet, but she's a fighter. She's strong, she's powerful, she's somebody who doesn't hold back. And, you know, even though 5 years has went by, there's still a lot that needs to be accomplished. And I know I'm going to continue to be on the front line with them. I know everybody on this Zoom meeting is going to continue to be on the front line with them. And we have to continue to look to them for guidance and inspiration, but also let them know that they don't have to carry this burden all by themselves, that we are here to help alleviate some of that burden and do it as a community. I think now more than ever, we know we have to have solidarity. We have to come together because it's only going to get harder. And the good thing, I guess the silver lining, is that as these systems show, once again, how much they don't value our lives, it forces us to value them even more and come together to support one another and to make sure we hold space to build our own power. Because we're never going to truly get justice for any of these systems, especially not the criminal justice system that is inherently violent and is inherently a part of white supremacy and a capitalist system that only exploits our labor. So I think as we move towards abolition, move towards abolishing prisons and police, and we reimagine and continue to build new ideas of how we want to love each other and support each other, we have to take inspiration from families like Arewa's that know forgiveness, know pain, and know justice more than anybody. So that's all I want to say right now. Just again, thank you for having me in your life. I've learned so much from you and your family, and I look forward to being with you all many, many years to come. Thank you.
Hey, everybody. You know, I am so proud of us and how we are being strong throughout this, because this is very tough times for many of us, and it just shows that, you know, resilience is a wonderful thing, right? And we've learned as people and as people of African descent that sometimes the only thing we have is resilience to keep us moving forward. I have been blessed to be in the room with all of you at some point in time. And I just want to tell you all how much I care about each and every one of you, and how this journey and path that we've been put on is much bigger than us all, and how we must continue to fight for those who do not have the strength to fight, and how we must stand and be the voice for those who do not have the strength to stand or be that voice. I am looking forward to supporting the family throughout this process and beyond. I've made many friends, even as an impacted individual myself. I appreciate all the love that's shared between us. And as we move forward, I want everybody to know that I will always be by your side. I will always give 100%. I will always do whatever I can do to ease pain and to be understanding in these times. And I just want to send a lot of love and know that I will always keep you in my heart, as well as keeping Pierre in my heart and in my prayers. And Tam, if you're on the phone or you're anywhere, know, as I said before, 100%. Give you everything I know and I've got that I've learned so that you can win and you can find some peace soon.
All right, peace, everybody. My name is Rasan Khalil. Thank you, Ms. Arewa, for inviting me. I didn't get to know Pierre, but I know that he was tremendously loved, and I know the impact that he's had, and I'm just grateful to be able to share this virtual space with you all. And I'm not going to talk too long. I'm going to get into this song that I wrote called Sun, and yeah, I'm going to do that piece. You know how you can hear the music all right.
Just to reconnect with your inner self, and while doing that, connect with the altar, which is the universal energy that keeps us alive, like the fire, the water, the earth. So we breathe here, we need light from the sun. Though it's cold right now, with the sun, we have no life in it. So we are all part of the universal energy of life, and it is pure essence. Pure essence.
Hey, do you know where your sun is? Been so dark outside, I'm starting to forget where the sun is. Can I get a little bit of shine? Just a little bit. Can I get a little bit of shine? Just a little bit. Hey, look, city segregated, black interrogated. Looking like why here, but still free as a nation to the highest degree. Can up for someone's eyes and they pray to see. Let Jesus, but I'm not as living as I could be. Fuck around, backslide to the hood. 19, I'm just a wind field, but I'm sins field to play sex. Dark nights when the day rest. Paper peace when the sun goes down around the same time. Many suns go down, many suns won't grade, many suns won't set like a top rate spread on the concrete. No gang bigger, more of an envoy. Diplomatic immunity, no fit in my heart, no, this is not new to me. It's 10 p.m., do you know where your son at? Bring back tomorrow, know it takes some time. You know the sun rose on a Thursday. 6 Ponce Street's been Thursday. Hey, the blood no Thursday. Strange fruit, different shades. Beat the vegetation, ultraviolet rays. Do you know where your son at? Whole city looking like nighttime. Standing outside of heaven with a next telephone and I'm trying to color lifeline. Do you know where your son at? Whole city looking like nighttime. Standing outside of heaven with an Excel phone and I'm trying to color lifeline. Do you know where your sun is? Been so dark outside, I'm starting to forget where the sun is. Can I get a little bit of shine? Just a little bit. Can I get a little bit of shine? Just a little bit. Do you know where your sun is? Been so dark outside, I'm starting to forget where the sun is. Can I get a little bit of shine? Just a little bit. Can I get a little bit of shine? Just a little bit. Hey, look, young and black in this feudal world. Police wanna follow me, streets wanna swallow me, emotions wanna bottle me. Brown and slim, not trying to end up like a hollow tree. Hollows in my name, hollows in my prayer rain, hot bullets fly. Hey, fly boy, who be Brantley. Go slap on the wall like, I just wanna pack up in the camera and fly somewhere where we can breathe. Another universe with plenty oxygen, scarce collagen and false apology. Another universe with plenty oxygen, scarce collagen and false apology. Do you know where your sun is? Do you know where your son?
As in any time we open, we call the ancestors to be with us, you know, we also have to close and send them back to their respective places. So in this closing libation, this is when, you know, I will also pour the angel drink for Pierre and for Justus and for Laquan and for Rakia and for Allah, for Rashad, for all the babies we have lost and just all the loved ones we have lost to police violence and, to be honest, to intercommunal violence and now to this
viral, this epidemic that is starting to take lives away from us. But we are strong people. We are survivors. We are thrivers. And so at this time, we're just asking that, you know, the Most High, true and living God, you know, continues to give us all that we need to operate on this plane. You know, as someone once said, we are not human beings we're not spiritual beings having human experience. What is it? We're not human beings having spiritual experiences. We're spiritual beings having human experiences. And so, you know, I just want the best for everyone. I want our outcomes to be better in our communities. But there's always been fights, and there will continue to be fights. So this country has never given us anything. We've had to fight for everything that we've ever accomplished in these United States of America, and we will continue to do that.